You out this world, need some space for me. I'm out here, girl, I'm back up in the street. So I don't really got time to fuss and fight no more with you.
Trying to prioritize it now because it was a little spotty the last few years, but we're focusing on kind of run mobility and get my foot a little faster on the ground, have a better hip platform. So yeah, I think it's really important, especially that I lost weight after being sick, so trying to gain some strength back.
Hey everyone, so last video was from 70.3 Switzerland. A lot has happened since then, and I just wanted to give you all a quick update about how the last 6-7 weeks have been. And I'm here back in Boulder, back training. We'll have some footage about that, about the whole pretty decent training day today. So today, I woke up around 8 a.m.
It's your birthday, right?
It's my birthday, 28 years old. Almost 30, not quite. And I had a 2-hour ride up a mountain called Super James here in Boulder. It's about almost 30-minute climb. I did some forced big gear effort, even though, well, that's what I had. And then, so that was about 2 hours. Then I went almost straight to strength session at Rally Sport. About 50-minute strength session. Actually pretty difficult. I was constantly, my heart rate was really high the whole time. I'm not quite fit enough for strength yet, for it to feel easy. And then just an hour later, 4K swim at CAC Club. That was just endurance. Nothing to report. Just volume for that. So I did 70.3 Switzerland that I won on August 8th. It was a training race, perfect, everything went well. I was on track for Collins Cup on August 28th, 3 weeks later, and then another 3 weeks later for 70.3 Worlds. So everything was good, fitness solid, everything went to plan. The day after 70.3 Switzerland on August 9th, I start getting the chills and essentially I'm completely sick, big fever that night on the Monday after the race. Completely sick essentially. On the Tuesday, the day after, I had a wind tunnel in Germany, and then I had to drive back to south of France, which was an 8-hour drive. So I did that all super sick. At the wind tunnel, they probably thought this guy's super weird because I was not talking at all. I was not eating. I was just completely sick and very fatigued. Then I drove back to southeast France. That was worst drive of my life. About 8 hours, I kept on falling asleep and just so fatigued and tired. But I made it back home, immediately saw our doctor in France, and he wasn't sure what's up. He put me on antibiotics. He thought I had bacteria at first. So I was like, oh, sweet, I'll be fine for Collins Cup 3 weeks later. This race we've all been thinking about for a long time. After a few days of antibiotics, I wasn't better, so I go see him again, and he's still not sure what's up. I get on other medication. Then I go see a second doctor. He finally gives me a mono test, Epstein-Barr virus, and I'm positive for that. I was actually positive in the past, so in the test you can tell if it's a new mono that you just got, or if it's something you had in the past that you never felt, that reactivated in your body, and that was the case for me. So that was pretty bad news. A few days later I started feeling better, so I was still hopeful for Collins Cup, so that's why I went to Slovakia. I was there with everyone. Doctor said by the time I was there I wasn't contagious anymore, so obviously I don't want all my fellow athletes to get mono. It's not a good sickness to get. And I was back training a little. I was like, okay, maybe I can make it to Collins Cup, do the race. But when I was there, I could barely run without walking. So I was like, at this level, I'm not going to be competitive versus Gustav Iden and Kyle Smith, which was my matchup. So that was super frustrating, just being there with everyone and just, losing all my fitness and being sick. So I was there for a few days. As soon as I got back to France, from Slovakia, I committed more to my recovery. By then I knew 70.3 was over, Worlds was over. So that was a big bummer. Missing the two biggest races of the year in the span of just 3 weeks. So it was super bad timing. Also, I was worried that mono would just drag out for, I talked to Sebastian Kienle, for example. It took 6 months for him. It's just one of the worst things you can get as a professional triathlete.
How are you feeling now?
So now, I took my recovery really seriously, consulted a nutritionist, new doctor here in Boulder, and I feel much better. I took 3 weeks off pretty much, and then very slowly started building training. I did like 3 or 4 hours the first week. It was barely nothing. Then I went up to 9 hours. Then last week was about 16 hours. And I feel good. Blood test says I'll be positive for Epstein-Barr my whole life, but the ones that need to be negative, everything's negative there. So pretty much I should be good to go. I feel better and back training. So now the plan is Daytona on December 5th. Clash Daytona. Looks like there's going to be a pretty big field. Some ITU guys like last year. And that's really the only race that I can do. Oceanside end of October is a little too early. I won't be ready for that. I could do it, but I'd finish, pretty far back probably. But I think I can be ready for Daytona. I'm really motivated for that after missing obviously those 2 big races. And obviously it was tough. It was super frustrating, just missing out all the action. And also, a lot of young guys are doing really well right now, like Sam Long, Daniel Beckegaard, Gustav, obviously world champ. So I feel like I kind of need to keep on going, keep on improving. And when you're sick, obviously you're not doing any of that, and so it's just extra frustrating. So that was the main feeling really. But now, thankfully, I'm back, and hopefully I can start building again.